right above me is Downtown Disney. And there's always music playing there. There's always talking you can hear. Always so much happening. There's always cars here. It is just like an apocalypse scene. Disneyland Resort. Look at that. Wild. Absolutely wild. Every lane is closed. It's just so still. It is so still. There's no one here. This is the entrance to Disneyland. There's no one here. That's so crazy. So, I don't know if you can see, but we are at Disneyland. That is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You can see it peeking up over the freeway there. The whole thing is just sectioned off here. There's no traffic, so I can just get a good look at this here. Take a look. It's just completely road blocked off there. Look at that. That's insane, dude. Disneyland is heavily closed right now. There's the Mickey and Friends parking structure right there. Take a look at that. Look at this, dude. Oh man, this brings back memories from like a month ago when I could go here. There's no one there. That's so crazy, dude. No one there. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna turn right here. We're gonna drive right past the garage. I think all these roads should be open. I don't see why they would be closed. But look at this, dude. There's no one on the walkway. Oh my god, it's crazy. I wish that we could see in there. There's like no one there. Look, it's all just coned off. Amazing. Jeez, dude. There is the Disneyland Hotel. I am out here on Ball Road because we are gonna walk around Disneyland. Now, I do have to cross the street, but I don't want to press the button, so like, I might have to use my foot to press it. I've seen some people walk around here during this time, and it is like, normally it's such a boppin' area. There's people everywhere, always, but right now it's like totally desolate. The amount of cars on this road is about 1/18 of what it normally is. It is no different than walking around my own neighborhood, as long as I remain 6 feet away from everyone. The only difference is I drove to get here. So it's just like I'm taking a walk in my own neighborhood. It's not like this increases my danger of coming in contact with the virus. Oh, by the way, gas right outside of Disney. $2.89, right outside of Disney. Literally ridiculous. So we faced our first obstacle. I need to go across this street, and then from there, I need to go across over there. The button here is not a button. It's one of those ones that's like skin sensitive, if that makes sense. It's like one of the metal ones that's not actually a button. So definitely don't want to touch that. I wonder if I can touch it with my foot. I wonder if it will. Oh, it worked! It worked! Okay, we're good. That's fine. I can press buttons then. This is easy. Why don't more people come out here and walk around? A bunch of hotels have caution tape for their parking lots. Like, this must be such a huge blow to the businesses in this area. It's crazy, dude. I did press the button, right? I'm pretty sure. I pressed it again, there we go. I already have to use the restroom a little bit, but we're just gonna kind of pretend like that's not the case, because I can't go in anywhere to use the restroom. Okay, we can cross now. Look at all the palm trees. I love it. This is why I moved here. For palm trees, beautiful weather. I'm walking around in a t-shirt. Even though it's been cold recently, it's still a little chilly today. Much better than like Kansas weather is right now. Look at this beautiful shot here. It's kind of amazing. Now this one's gonna be a little bit more difficult because I can't just press this one with my foot. I mean, maybe I can, but that's gonna be difficult to do. I have an idea. I'm gonna take off my shoe. And I'm going to press it using my shoe. I think that's working. It seems like it's being pressed. We're just gonna hope that that works. Seems like the best option. The Anaheim Majestic Hotel, normally bopping, but look how many cars are in the parking lot. It's that many, but then the rest of the parking lot, just empty. This whole place feels like a dead mall in a way. What's gonna be interesting, if all these hotels go under because of this, I don't think they will. A lot of them are chains, like Days Inn is a chain, but I mean, is Days Inn getting business anywhere right now? If a lot of these hotels go under, there might not be enough hotels to support Disneyland. However, most of the guests here are pass holders, annual pass holders, like me. Although I actually don't have an active pass right now, so I will have to buy one once it reopens. I let mine expire. It expired right before all this. I've never walked on this path before. This is gonna go around the parking garage. I've never been on this walking path before. I'm actually very curious what it's like. This is something I never do during normal times because if I could walk on this path or just go to Disneyland, why would I ever choose to walk on this path instead of just going to Disneyland? You know what I mean? But this is the best Disney experience I'll be able to get right here. Hardly any cars. I don't even know where those cars are coming from. It's crazy, dude. This channel started off documenting a road trip that I went on to get here to Los Angeles area to go to Disneyland. That was really the goal. And since that original purpose of this channel. I've done that trip maybe 3 or 4 times now, and now I've decided to permanently live here if I can make it happen, which I have been so far, which is good. It's just so weird. The whole reason I'm here is closed. I can't even, it's like I can't even do it. The reason I came here, it's like inaccessible right now. There's no cars. This is normally poppin', dude. There's no cars at all. This is insane. It is nice to be outside again though and just see some palm trees. I feel so much more normal walking around outside. Look, there's a couple cars. Oh man, the 2 lucky cars of the day. It is getting a bit chilly. Maybe I should put on a sweatshirt. Look at this. You can see the Disneyland sign on the bottom right. It's just empty. There's 1 car. This is insane. I didn't realize how close you can actually get to what is backstage. Look at that. This is behind Galaxy's Edge. Look at that. I didn't realize you could walk this close to it. You normally don't see those supports from within it. I know that you can get a good view of the whole scaffolding from the top of the garage there, but this is something else. I've never seen this before. That's kind of crazy. You have a semi-transparent thing there. You can totally see through it though. There's not much interesting going on though. I mean, Disneyland Resort. Look at that. Wild. Absolutely wild. Every lane is closed. It's just so still. It is so still. There's no one here. This is the entrance to Disneyland. There's no one here. That's so crazy. 2020. It is just so still. I don't know, the clouds, everything reminds me of Death Stranding almost. It's weird. So if you've ever been to Disneyland, you know that that's the new garage. This is the old one, Mickey and Friends right here. And when you take the tram, you go on a road. That road is right below where I am right now. It is, I wonder if I can stick my camera through and show you. That's the road. That's where the tram goes. Absolutely wild. Just stillness. This is surreal. I will not stop saying that. It just is so... No escalators running. So crazy. I have a couple friends who might think that this is really stupid of me to do, to go out to Disneyland and walk around, but there's no one here, and I knew that there would be no one here. Even if there was, as long as you stay more than 6 feet away from everyone, you're fine. It's not like I'm going into a Walmart or anything like that. If Disneyland was open right now, definitely I would not be going into Disneyland. But it's just a ghost town. It's a ghost town. I'm by myself at Disneyland. This will never happen again. I will never, ever be by myself at Disneyland. Ever. Ever again for the rest of my life. This is insane. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I feel like it has to be documented while it's happening. This is like apocalypse. There's no one here! This is insane! There's no one here, dude! The only thing keeping me company is this beeping right here. We don't even need to cross the street. These are the flowers from the enchanted Tiki Room. Check it out. Very nice. I love the California palm trees. Florida does not have palm trees like this. Florida palm trees are not as tall. California palm trees just have a different vibe to them. And the way that they're planted in a row like that, Florida doesn't do that too often. Yeah, see, okay, one interesting thing is Splash Mountain is like right there. I believe that's the show building for Indiana Jones that we're looking at there. But Splash Mountain is like right around the corner. You can always hear Splash Mountain from the parking garage. When everything is silent, you can always hear Splash Mountain. I do not hear it. Because there's no one out and there's no cars, I would definitely be able to hear Splash Mountain right now. They've turned off all the sound. Why would they not turn off the sound though? I mean, no one's there. Could you imagine if they left it running though and there was no one there, how weird that would be? If I could still hear it right now, it'd sound like a ghost town. It'd be really weird. But it's also kind of eerie that you can't hear it. First people I've seen this whole time. And check it out, the monorail track. Nothing. Usually you can hear honking from the monorail. The monorail honks here. It doesn't honk at Disney World. But one thing I've noticed is at the Lego store, you might not be able to see it, but the TV in there is on and it is running. But there's nothing. There's no music. There's no sound. This is so surreal. Just out of this world, dude. Out of this world. A lot of people don't realize this. This is not so secret of a fact, but I didn't discover this for a long time. Downtown Disney goes above the street. That's Downtown Disney right there. There's part of it is literally a bridge, and you can't really tell that easily while you're on it. But when you walk underneath it, it's like, wait, what? A lot of people don't know that. So if you didn't know that, you're welcome. Also, this monorail station is just beautiful. It's like, looks like an abandoned building absorbed by plants. Plants. There's absolutely no sound coming from Downtown Disney. This is eerie. Oh my god, you can see the Disney Vacation Club booth up there. Jeez. Right above me is Downtown Disney. And there's always music playing there. There's always talking you can hear. Always so much happening. There's always cars here. It is just like an apocalypse scene. I just walked by one of the entrances of the Grand Californian Hotel. A gate was closed and there was someone there, a cast member, I believe, wearing a mask and just standing there right behind the gate. And so I said, hello? No response, just stared at me. It was weird. It was weird. Here's the other entrance. I don't know if they're still open. It looks like it's temporarily closed. Typically, you wouldn't cross when the hand is red, but I mean, who's gonna be turning into here, right? Temporarily closed. So crazy. The Grand Californian is beautiful. I love it. And there's Paradise Pier Hotel, named after what is now Pixar Pier. And the Disneyland Hotel is right over there. You can see bits of California adventure through here. Check it out. Mickey's Fun Wheel, which is no longer called that. I thought it was moving for a second. I was like, what? But it is not moving. It's just silence. Stillness. It's kind of relaxing in a way, but it's also unsettling in many other ways. I could only imagine working as a security guard inside of Disneyland when there's no one there with all the music off. How just strange that would be. Just very strange. The only other times Disneyland has ever been closed has been after JFK's assassination, for a national day of mourning, after 9/11, and after the Northridge earthquake. Those are the only other times, and those are only for a day each, I believe. This has been closed for, I think, 3 weeks now. So this is definitely insane. This is insane. You can see bits and pieces of California Adventure through here. I miss it so much. I want to go back. There's a pretty good shot of Mickey's Fun Wheel, which is now called Pixar Pal Around, and Incredicoaster there. California Screamin'. So weird to not hear any noise from there. No screaming from the roller coaster, nothing. This little walk around Disneyland has always been very nice. There's nice little garden areas everywhere. The palm trees are just crazy. Absolutely huge palm trees. But typically it's so crowded. There's no one here right now. Damn, last time I was here was for VidCon, which is canceled this year, but I went last year and none of this was built. This is all new. I think this is like the Anaheim Resort is what they're calling it. Very wild looking. I need to use my foot to activate the button again. I failed. There we go. I don't know if you saw the person in a mask in the car. You can catch glimpses of California Adventure through these palm trees. Look how still everything is. So unreal. It looks dystopian almost. Looks abandoned. If you're familiar with VidCon, this is where it occurs. This is typically empty when there's no convention anyway, but it's just interesting. It's right across from Disneyland. It seems very dead here as well. I mean, that's normal though when there's no convention, but typically there's a convention here. Very wild. There is the word strong up here. Looks temporary. I wonder why that's placed there. Trying to say, yes, Anaheim is very strong. The human race is very strong. There's a crazy guy behind me. Stillness over at Tower of Terror / Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Stillness. This is where I would go for coffee during VidCon a lot of times. Pretty much every day. And it's closed. Sheridan! Absolute emptiness. Alright, I came this way to avoid the crazy guy. I don't know if he's still coming after me. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna go down here and get back to the sidewalk and we're gonna look behind and see. Good God, he was relentless. Just like kept yelling and shouting and craziness and would not stop following me. I don't know if he was talking to me or if he was just talking to no one. I couldn't tell, but I wasn't about to take any chances. Looks like he's gone. Oh my God, look at that. Disney park. There's more Disney parking. It's not just the garages and it's totally closed off. Crazy. Back when Mickey and Friends was the only parking structure, I used to complain about having to park all the way down there at the other Disney parking and having to walk all the way up the street to get to Disneyland. But now that that's the only thing I can do is walk around Disneyland, I would give anything to just park there and go into Disneyland. I would do it any day. Makes you reevaluate your priorities. Rather than, oh, I have to walk so far, I should be like, oh, I'm thankful that I get to go to Disneyland. Even if I have to walk farther than normal, at least I get to go to Disneyland. You know what I mean? Look at that. Such a large looking building. Guardians of the Galaxy with a 7-Eleven in front of it. Amazing. That's the back of Cars Land. If you've ever wondered what it looks like behind, that is what it looks like. And there is a giant electric electricity pole, which is balancing on those screws. It's not balancing, but it's lifted into the air by those gigantic bolts. That's really interesting. I always thought that they would be like directly connected to the ground, but I guess they're not. That's pretty weird. No one here. Castle Inn has caution tape at its entrance. The assumed state of business is closed for everything, but I like how they have to specify open with a giant sign to show that they are open for business, the Anaheim Hotel. Also, let's just point out the state of this road, how there's like pretty much no one here. This is a really good view of Guardians of the Galaxy from behind. Look at that. Normally you can hear the screams from people on that ride, even over here. Jesus, look at this. The stores have, I don't know what the deal is, but they've all put up stuff on their windows, unless they've all closed down at the same time and went out of business. But that's like normally what you see when a store has yet to open or has just closed. But like, I don't think any of these have gone out of business. Plus the hotel has barricades as well. Just such a weird time. That roof looks bopping though. That looks like a nice little restaurant up there or something. This right here is the pickup and drop off area for Disneyland, and it's silent. This is so weird. Normally there's so many people you can barely walk through here, and now I just felt a drop of water on my face. It's gonna start raining probably. Look at this. This is the pickup and drop off for Disneyland, one of the busiest places in the world. Look at it. You can hear the leaves on the ground. That's ridiculous. I like how Denny's is all out like, we're open. We are open. Come on in. I guess they're not, their restaurant isn't open, but pickup and delivery is open. Just take in how quiet it is. This is the entrance to Disneyland. Oh my God, look at this. There's Space Mountain. You can see Space Mountain. My God, it is pure silent. What the hell? This is so eerie. This is Disneyland. Look at that. I can go as far as I'm allowed to go, which is here. Just crazy. No one here. I mean, this is just wild. This is one of the busiest intersections typically on a normal operating day for Disneyland. And it is just completely silent. It's so weird. You normally wouldn't be able to hear that helicopter because the noise from people would just be so loud. This buffet is usually bopping, the IHOP, all of it. It's like I'm walking around a ghost town. This is so weird. You can see the peak of the Matterhorn from here. God, I want to just go in and see what it's like inside right now. You can see the front of Guardians of the Galaxy also from this angle as well. With the sun shining on it, it's beautiful. I would give anything to go in and take a tour of Disneyland right now when there's no one in there. This McDonald's is one of the busiest McDonald's in the entire world, and it looks like the entire restaurant is closed. Most McDonald's are still doing, drive-through and pickup, but I think they're smart to close this one specifically because not many people live here and go to this McDonald's. This is more for the tourists who are staying at hotels or walking out of Disneyland for something to eat. So this one is definitely closed. It's eerie. It's eerie to be at the McDonald's across from Disneyland and it's just closed. There's like it's so weird. The Panera Bread across from Disney is also closed. There's a handwritten note on here that says this location is currently closed. I don't know if you can see that very well. Next closest location, it gives the next closest location and a phone number for it. This is like peak coronavirus right here. I am really glad I came out here to do this because I think that this is such interesting history. It's history in the making and I'm experiencing it. It's so much more fun to go out and do stuff like this than to sit at home and do nothing because there's nothing wrong with doing this. There's no one out here. As long as you stay away from everyone, there's no harm in going outside. You just gotta be smart and you gotta be safe about it. You cannot go in big groups. You cannot go near anyone else. But if you're just walking around in a wide open area like this, there's nothing wrong with that. Another street to cross. Oh, hey, we can walk now. Now this sidewalk could be trouble. If anyone comes my way, I'm literally gonna have to turn around and walk backwards because there's no way to avoid people on this sidewalk. So we'll see how it turns out. The already thin pathway gets even thinner here. I could get trapped, guys. I could get trapped here. If anyone comes my way, I think I'll be fine. There's no one out but me, so it should be fine. Oh my God, you can see Star Wars Land. Galaxy's Edge. Very beautiful with the sun above it. I don't know if you can tell how large that do not enter sign is, but it's very large. It is humongous. I did not know they were that big. Oh my God. Look at this car next to it. Look how large it is. It's such a large sign. Oh my God. You can see Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in the distance with the sun there. You can walk now, yay, woo. Just so you're aware how large it is, I am Like, literally. This is a gigantic sign. Look at that. I don't know how to even capture. If I go up to it, I'm as tall as the R, okay? So just keep that in your mind. I'm as tall as the R. There's literally like almost twice as tall as I am, that sign. This rocks. What I don't understand are these political signs that say vote yes on Measure B. What the hell is Measure B? Has anyone ever been convinced by a sign like this to vote yes on Measure B? I mean, oh my god, you see this all the time. Vote yes on Section A. Why would I vote yes on something I don't even know what even, the sign doesn't even say what it is. If I wasn't already planning on voting for some stupid small thing like that, why would I ever go because of a sign and go vote? That's so stupid. I don't know what, do you think people think that's gonna convince them to vote for something else? No, it's not going to. Pretty much back where we started. I'm gonna head maybe to In-N-Out now, or maybe home. I don't know. I wanna have some In-N-Out, dude. $2.89 gas, though. That just blows my mind. Look at this bridge, though. It's a beautiful bridge. I've always liked this bridge. It's fantastic. Look at it. Very weird to park in a neighborhood by Disneyland to go to Disneyland. Very strange. But I mean, there's no other option. Mickey and Friends is closed. Can't park at Disneyland. So I gotta park where I gotta park, you know what I mean?